Yo, Sorey got his cape. It's looking sick. It's so well animated. It's billowing in the wind when it needs to when he's fighting. Oh, I'm so happy about that. I think they missed a bit of the cuteness that could have come from that. But other than that, oh man, it just looks so cool. I'm so glad his plain blue shirt just wasn't cutting it. Let's be honest here. It was not an incredible design for Sorey at that point. Every other character in this show, they're like so well designed. You see Sorey pop up and it's just blue shirt, brown pants. That's it. And obviously it's because this cape is what really makes him the shepherd. That's his shepherd's outfit. It looks so good. I'm so happy it's got it on. Now we're properly into Tales of Zestiria. Even though, you know, next episode is just going to be Tales of Berseria. Okay, I'm a lot calmer this week. There's not a ton to fanboy about, but Jesus Christ. They did so well, adapting so much that was pretty much straight out of the game. I mean, that whole first half of the episode was just so damn good. One thing that I'm a little sad they didn't include was Meebo was actually supposed to carry Sorey from the church to Alisha's house in this one, or technically the inn, and it was supposed to be hilarious because obviously people can't see Mikleo, so to everybody else it just looked like Sorey was just asleep and floating in the air across town. So I'm a bit sad they left that out. That could have been a good little comical moment. But they put in the moment where Lailah first gets to speak to Alisha, and that was just adorable. Her putting her hand on top of hers. The whole, Sorey, you have to close your eyes and block your ears and hold your breath. It was hilarious. Him cutting it out by just having to breathe and then we'll being like, come on, Sorey, hold your breath again. Come on. That was hilarious. And really good emotional moment as well. The fact that Lailah told Alisha, basically she saw into her heart, she was good, she was kind, and not to worry so much. I mean, that was needed. That's what Alisha's wanted for so long. It was so cute to hear her hear that from the Lady of the Lake who's looked over her city for so long. Everything in the ruins was great. I don't feel like they're quite hyping up enough how intense Meebo and Sorey get about archaeology and stuff like that. But I guess it's because this one they were kind of serious and explorative and trying to find out where the evil was coming from. So, I mean, there was that. But, oh my god, it looked so good. It was animated so well. The fire effects, the water effects. When the dungeon started collapsing in with water, I was so happy. Because everybody keeps saying how good the water is in this. Ufotable were doing godly shit with it. It just looked so good. And I mean that after the giant Kioma fight, which looked fantastic as usual. Sorey's shepherd powers look so cool now. And Lailah's fire attacks were fantastic. She used the fire tornado. So yeah, that was incredible. It looked great. It felt so powerful. Seriously, they've got techniques they're not supposed to have till like level 30. It's kind of making me sad, but they're going to need them. From what happened at the end of this episode. Holy shit. So I mean, we know the next episode is supposed to be focused on Tales of Berseria. It's supposed to kind of cut out from all of this Zestiria stuff and go straight to Velvet's story. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to be getting that though, that's the thing. I mean, there are people that are going to be getting a special preview of episodes 5 and 6 next week, or 6 and 7 if you're counting it the other way, whatever. But it's really going to be weird. I'm not sure if they're straight up like starting from when Velvet was a normal human and doing all of the story about Velvet and Artorias, in which case it will be very cool. It will be like a prequel to Tales of Berseria the game. But at the same time, how are they going to mix it in with the Zestiria story? I mean, we see in the opening Velvet's going to be fighting Sorey at some point. And most people agree it's probably that Velvet has issues with the church, she has issues with the shepherds. So she thinks Sorey is naturally an enemy when she first meets him. But I just don't know how she's going to get there. She's from centuries ago. Possibly even millennia. I don't know how long it was, but yeah, it's going to be crazy. We're going to see some sort of her story. Maybe it will be like at the end of her Berseria journey she'll get teleported to here, or maybe it will just be like a multi-dimensional kind of thing like Tales of Link, where she just gets sucked into that big swirly tornado of malevolence and she'll end up riding in that tornado of malevolence and she'll actually be the evil that Sorey's been sensing. That would actually be kind of hilarious. And that could actually be something to do with Aizen as well. I mean, Aizen should be coming into this soon, really. I was expecting Aizen to come in next week, but I mean, doesn't look like that's going to happen. I thought that Aizen and Velvet would come in at the same time, but it looks like that tornado is coming in by itself. Maybe that tornado is Aizen. Maybe Aizen, who did possibly wake up in that underground bit back in the prequel episode, has been flying around with that tornado of miasma and malevolence. Oh man, if so, that would be crazy. And Velvet's just sensed her old friend in there. She's trying to get through to him, and then Sorey's going to go out there and... Okay, yeah. I like that. This is what I'm thinking. Sorry that I just did all my thought process during this review, but this is what I'm thinking. In the next episode, we're going to have like a prequel that goes through a little bit of Velvet's story. It won't spoil a ton of it, but we'll get to know what kind of character she is. We'll get to know about her little brother, her big brother Artorias, who turns out to do horrible, horrible things. And we'll meet Aizen, and then it will fast forward in time, and we'll probably, on the next episode after that, be connected back into Zestiria with Aizen flying through that tornado, Velvet trying to get a hold of him and trying to calm him down. Sorey will try to take out Aizen because obviously he's a giant fucking dragon. And then Velvet will be like, yo, what you doing to my bro, bitch? And try to destroy Sorey, thinking that he's just another shepherd out for himself on the evil line of work. So that would be cool. Oh man. But yeah, this episode was greatness. So much greatness. There was so much cuteness. When it came to Meebo and Alisha like not being able to see him, Sorey pushed Meebo so close to her. Actually, he freaked out at that, being so close to a girl. And there were the moments with Lailah in the underground where she was being amazing. I really thought Meebo was starting to get jealous there because she did the whole thing where she can go inside Sorey. And we saw that bit where, even though Meebo is quite strong, he's not able to keep up with Sorey and Lailah. Sorey and Lailah are the Shepherd and the Prime Lord. They're the ones who can actually dispel enemies. The best Meebo can do is hold them back with ice magic, but it takes the actual Shepherd and the actual Prime or Sublords that are connected to the Shepherd to be able to truly purify that malevolence. So, you know, Meebo's probably starting to feel a bit jealous, starting to feel a bit hurt by all this, but that's just things that are going to come up later. I'm sure that's what they're going to do. They're going to connect his story to Velvet's thing. He's got to be completely useless against Velvet. He might not even be able to move around her. Her aura of malevolence might be too strong for him to act at all. And that would be a good way to connect it and get to that point where he wants to become one with Sorey as well. So, I mean, yeah, I'm liking that. They're making this pretty cool. They made the dark dungeon a lot creepier than I expected as well. Like, the bit where you found out it was a torture chamber, they never really went too far into that in the game. There was a part of the area that you just couldn't get to, and Lailah eventually told you what it was there for, but you never actually got to see it. In this one, you got to see like the piles of dead corpses and stuff. It got a lot darker in this one. I'm liking that. And it's going to need to be a lot darker since it's connecting to Berseria, which is so much darker looking. Speaking of Lailah, oh my god, yeah, her new Seiyu is on point. Seriously, just one more time, Miyu Matsuki, you were amazing, and much love to you. But yeah, this new chick is handling the role so damn well. She does sound like Lailah. It's not the same kind of voice. It's not like she's trying to sound like Miyu Matsuki's Lailah. She's just doing the emotions properly. Especially at the end of this episode, in the preview for the next episode when they were talking about their vacation. We got so many little Lailah moments from that where she couldn't say what she actually wanted to say. So it was straight up the da-da-da-da-da-da-da kind of shit. Like she just played it off and got away from the conversation. Which is something that I wanted to happen during the actual episode. But it fits even better during the preview. I really like that. I really do. So speaking of the Lord of Calamity, I'm glad they finally brought him up. Because Jesus Christ, man. I was actually starting to think he wasn't going to be in this one. They were going to replace him with Velvet. And I mean, they still might. Next episode is the crossover. We've gotten our warning about the Calamity. And Velvet will probably be in the next one. So if nothing else, it seems like they're going to kind of confuse Sorey and make him think that Velvet's the Calamity. Because I'm sure he's going to sense a ton of malevolence coming from her. But that's going to be fun in its own way. Oh my god. But yeah, we got our first hint of the fact that he is just an all-powerful evil that consumes the land and corrupts everything near him. And the fact that even Sorey, at his current level, if he went near the Lord of Calamity, would just be corrupted, lose himself, and not be able to fight on. So, you know, bad shit coming down. That was awesome. And also just the situations that they've hinted at towards when it comes to Alisha. I mean, for one thing, Alisha and Moltran's relationship in this one is just so cute. Moltran seems so supportive of her. She's taking care of her. That moment at the end of this episode where she warned her that everybody was trying to get rid of her as a princess in general. Moltran just went over and just calmly tapped her on the head and told her you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. That was adorable. She was acting like a mummy, which Alisha really actually needs. Like, she needs some calm down time and someone to look after her once in a while. They've hinted at the fact that they're going to send her back to Marlind, where episode 0 happened, where the Calamity hit and everything is pretty much dead and destroyed already. Oh god, that's going to be a horrible little point. And you know, the fact that they want Sorey to be turned over to them. They basically want to use him as a weapon. They want to put him under their control. And if they can't control him, just like we saw in this episode, we've seen what they do with people they can't control. They wall them up underground and let them rot to death. So yeah, Highland, not a great place. Not a lovely bunch of politicians or rulers. So yeah, this was an incredible episode. I loved everything that happened in it. There was so much awesomeness. It set up so much awesomeness to come in the next few episodes. I just can't wait. Next time, we're getting Velvet. Hell, we might even get some Edna and Eisen. Oh, that would be so sick. If that is the thing, if Eisen is waking up, he's in the tornado with Velvet, Edna may well have even followed him. This may be the first time that everyone links up. I mean, when they showed that giant swirling vortex at the end, they also made sure to show Rose and to show Alisha looking out on it. So I'm imagining everyone will head towards this center of malevolence. And this will be the first time they all meet up. Oh, that would be sick. Plus, if the opening is to be believed, there's the chance that Mikleo will get his first ever armatization with Sorey during this. He won't even need, like, a magical weapon to fuse with him. Because what we see in the opening is Sorey clash with Velvet on a giant battlefield and then suddenly armatize with Mikleo and do the shot. It may not actually be saying that that's what's going to happen right now, but that would be cool if that's how he manages to push back Velvet for the first time, is just armatizing with Mikleo for the first time and showing that he can switch up his elements and stuff. That would be sick. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comment section below. Obviously, as you can tell, I loved it. I am a Zestiria fanboy, that's natural. So let me know your thoughts, and if you enjoyed this review, wreck that like button like you mean it, subscribe if you haven't already to see more, and I will see you guys next time.